For my next anime review, I'm doing Chain Soldier Season 2. This anime is a co-production between Studio Passion and Studio Hayabasa Film, and it is rated TVMA. Now, when it comes to the ecchi genre within anime, I don't just watch ecchi usually. Most of it just doesn't appeal to me. I need something with a lot of meat on the bones and a really neat concept instead of just fan service everywhere. There have been a few ecchis here and there that I've enjoyed, that I thought had some great comedy here and there, but for the most part, I find most ecchis just fairly generic. If you like ecchi, by all means, I will say Chain Soldier was definitely one of those ones that definitely piqued my interest back when the first season aired. I never reviewed the first season because I wasn't doing YouTube at the time. I thought the first season of Chain Soldier had some great bones, but it definitely needed some more fleshing out and some better animation because the CGI with the original season could be borderline bad. The whole concept of the show was interesting enough that it kept me around. Plus, I thought some of the comedy was really good, and I thought the writing and the world was interesting enough. So, I waited patiently for Season 2. And after it's all said and done, Season 2 of Chain Soldier is much better than the first season. The whole concept that the first season laid the groundwork on is what kept me around. I thought the whole concept of Kyoko with her power set with Yuki and her being able to lend that out, and every time he connects with a different character, his form changes and gives him a different power set determining on who is wielding him. So that whole aspect I thought was interesting enough, and it definitely kept my attention. Now, if you're someone who just wants to get into this show for the fan service, this show is definitely going to give you what you want, because there's plenty of that here. Now, if you are someone who can't stand ecchi or a show with a lot of fan service, I would definitely say you are not gonna like this series. Now, this show also has a great cast of characters, and they also introduce a ton of other characters within this season, and the newer characters could be either hit or miss. Another character that was probably one of my favorites this season was Mira. She had some really cool power set, and her personality overall was really great. You had some other captains here and there that I enjoyed. The OST for this season was also a step up from the previous season. I thought the composer did a fantastic job. The intro as well was really good. The ending for this season I thought was fine, but one of the things that was definitely a step up in this season was the animation. It was vastly improved from the previous season. You still get some sketchy CGI here and there, but overall the show looks far better than the previous season. The only fight scene I will say that was kind of lackluster was in episode 11 between Yuki, Kyoko, and that one thunder god that absorbed different characters. That fight scene in episode 11 I thought was fine, but it wasn't as good as the rest of the fight seasons in the season. Overall, I enjoyed my time with Chain Soldier Season 2 overall. I am looking forward to Season 3 if they do come out with a third season. I'm hoping this season made enough to to actually have a third season made, because they leave off on a cliffhanger for a third season. This is definitely, Chain Soldier Season 2 is a vast improvement over the past season, and whether you go into the show for a neat concept, some great comedy, or if you just go into the sort of show for the ecchi, I think this show definitely has plenty of stuff for you to enjoy. For me, like I said, it was the concept of the show, the likable characters, the great music. So at the end of the day, I came out of this season very happy. My final score for Chained Soldier Season 2 is a very solid 8 out of 10. When you take everything into account, this season was very enjoyable and a vast improvement, like I've stated before. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys, whether or not you've been watching Chained Soldier or if my review piqued your interest. Anyway, that's all for me. I'll see you in the next one. This has been Ryder. I'm out.